Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to a slab grading reveal from SGC. I've got, I want to say probably close to 30 cards. This is my second submission to SGC. The first one went very well. And this video might be quite lengthy because there's some really good cards in here. This, as far as value-wise, this is my largest valued submission I ever sent away of my cards. There's some PC in here, and there's some ones that I'm hoping to resell also. All of these cards, you know, obviously when you send them in, you hope to get 10. So, you know, some of these cards I know for sure that it would not get a 10. And I'll kind of go through those as I can recall best. For some reason, I did not print out the initial list of the cards that are in here. I looked all over because normally I do that. So I either misplaced it, did not print it out, or just unable to find it this time. So I'm going to have to do each one without having, you know, previous knowledge as far as what exactly I submitted. I mean, I have an idea. Certainly there's the one card in here I know for sure is one that I cracked out of HGA. It's a 2017 optic rookie of Pat Mahomes, which HGA graded an 8.5. I might be able to show you a photo of that actually for just general interest, because I'm interested in seeing how that one does. I know that one had, I actually saw a fingerprint on the card because I thought that one was a 9. To me, it's a 9, and I wanted to see if maybe SGC, after especially cleaning it up a little bit, because there was definitely a fingerprint that I noticed on it, would potentially give it a 9 versus an HGA 8.5. HGA is typically a, I won't say typically because here's the card here. Let me see if I can from my phone. So there it is. You can see 8.5 Pat Mahomes HGA. So this card here had, after looking at it closer, a little small fingerprint over here, and there's some other tiny, very, if you look really close, some very small imperfections on it. But otherwise, I mean, the card, you know, is in really good shape. So there's the front of the card, and here's the back of the card. Might be tough to see on the, you know, how I'm doing this, but hopefully you can see. There's no white and black or anything like that. It's pretty clean on the back. And like I said, other than the front, there was a small fingerprint that I saw right over here in the HGA slab that I may have missed when I submitted it. So just on the front end, wanted to show you that. Otherwise, there's some other just really good stuff in here. Again, some PC items. I think there's an Aaron Rodgers Topps rookie in here. I believe there's Adrian Peterson Topps Chrome rookie, refractor, stuff like that. There's some really good stuff. I think it's football, baseball mix. I don't know if there's any other sports. I think it's mostly football and baseball. And I think we got about 30 cards if I remember correctly. But anyway, on the front end, I have to say this. SGC, even before I even opened these cards to see how the grades were, it's my second submission with them. Again, inside of 30 days. So ahead of schedule in terms of the turnaround time. So kudos again to SGC. Their customer service, by the way, top notch, because I was concerned. I forget exactly what happened. I was in a rush because I sent these away just before I went on vacation for a couple weeks. And I reached out to SGC because I think I forgot to put the order number. Like what the printout that I had, I think the print out didn't show. This is why I think I have the freaking another copy of the printout somehow, but I can't find it. I want to spend it, but I'm looking for it. But anyway, the printout that I did have didn't show the order number on it. So I was concerned that, and then I had an issue with PayPal, not SGC. But when you submit through SGC, you got to go through PayPal to pay. And PayPal, for some reason, because of the high dollar amount of the order, this was like just under $1,000. So yeah, there's got to be about 30-some cards here. Rejected. my payment, which has never happened before, and it's directly linked to my bank, and PayPal just pissed me off. I'm not happy with PayPal at all. So anyway, I wasn't able to pay SGC even for the order until they received it. So I kind of give them a heads up saying, and I wrote a little note in the submission to these folks saying, hey, listen, when you get this order, please call me so you could pay, over the phone or whatever, so I can get the payment done. I didn't want it to be held up. So they did exactly that. So I get customer service called me as soon as they received the package, and we were able to get the payment part taken, took care of over the phone. And PayPal, by the way, I used to be a big fan of them, but with their new changes and stuff, I'm not a PayPal fan any longer. As far as, I've had. They used to be good. I'm not a big fan of PayPal any longer. So hopefully SGC. Will open up to other payment methods going forward. But until then, I'll just, I'll work with them because I'm very pleased with SGC. And we'll see how these grades are. I do know that they grade very fairly. Has been my experience with the one. I had like a 22 card submission. You can see it on a previous video if you want to check it out. You'll see that one. That was my first submission, and I'm kind of new to grading. I started grading just almost 2 years ago now. Started out with HGA. It was kind of during the whole crunch where everything was shut down, so I wanted to give HGA a shot, and I'm really pleased with HGA overall. But then they were having a lot of quality issues, and I kind of wanted to give another company a chance for my business. And I'm not trying to throw, I don't throw stones at HGAs. I wish them well, and I hope that they can with their new kind of reorganization they're going through, that they're successful in it. I think what they're doing over there is good overall, but certainly they had some challenges, and I wanted to give SGC an opportunity. And right now my preference is SGC over anyone else. So I just think that customer service wise now, I never had to deal with them customer service wise until this submission here. Outstanding. Turnaround time. Now this is my second submission with them that I got my cards back within the 30 days. So I mean, you can't ask for anything better than that. So I wanted to point that out. I don't have any vested interest in in SGC as far as I have no other reason to say that other than just this is a customer feedback. So with that being said, I'm already 7 minutes in, almost 8 minutes in. I haven't even opened these. So let's just see how I do. Like I said, I wish I had my printout so I could kind of look in advance what the cards are. And I'll try to give you a little, if it's warranted, a little backstory in each one here. Yeah. It's sealed pretty good. Let's open the small pack first. Let's see. Is this the top? I don't want to see the grades here. I don't want to see the grades. Okay, so that's the back. Alright, so let me just take this batch out. We'll just turn them upside down. I want a Franco rookie in here too, so we'll see how that does. This should be mostly baseball and football. I don't know if I've sent anything else in here. I really don't remember. Let me open up the bigger box and just get these prepared. I always wanted to break the seal so you guys could know that I have not looked at these cards yet. This is going to be my first time viewing them, just as it is yours. It's always like Christmas morning. Any of you that grade, I'm sure, can relate. Let me just see. I don't want to look at the grade. This is the back. Let's see. Let me take these out here. Okay, there's the back. All right, so here we go. Okay, big stack, small stack. Probably mostly baseball, but I do notice some football in here, and maybe there's some surprises I just forgot. Okay, so here we go. Bear with me, folks. Okay, let's start with the small stack. This is a Grayson Rodriguez. I believe that's an autograph. Yeah, it is an autograph of him, so that'll be interesting to see. All right, let's open this one first. We'll set this one aside for now for spatial reasons. Okay, let's keep our fingers crossed. I'll probably save the Mahomes for last, so just so you know, because that's the big card out of this. All right, here we go. The first card is a, by the way, welcome to the channel. If this is your first time, this is Rux Cards. Please subscribe. Please leave a comment based on what you guys see here, what your thoughts are on the grades. And like I said, please subscribe. I'm trying to build the channel. I'm new to the YouTube. And check out my other videos too. So I really appreciate it. All right? Okay. 10 minutes in, and we're finally getting to the reveal. What's cool about it is you guys can always fast forward. So you can skip the first 10 minutes and get right here. Here we go. So we got a Wander Franco. This card I bought at a show. So this is not a card that I pulled. It looked good to me. Looked good enough to send in. This is his, I believe, his 2019 Bowman, just paper rookie. I don't think it's his chrome. Let's see how we did. 9.5. Wow, they don't give. I don't think SGC gives out many 9.5s. We got a 9.5 here, so it does mint plus, but we fell just short of a 10. Not sure why, but that's okay. No complaints. I figured, you know, I would only send them in if I thought it was probably a 9.5 or a 10. So we're off to a pretty good start here. So there we go. All right, next up, this is a Spencer Torkelson. This card I believe I did pull. This could be an auto. I know I have some autos in here to send in, or this is a. This has got to be a pretty high-end card. Might be his Bowman's Best auto. I'm not sure what this one is yet until I turn it over. But I know I did send in an autograph of him. I don't know for sure if this is the one, though. We'll take a look, okay? So Spencer Torkelson. And... oh, yeah. Okay, so it's the Sapphire. And we got a 10. I pulled this card. So that is pretty damn sweet. There we go. I mean, can we... I mean, look, I always love the Sapphires. I mean, can you find a more beautiful card? And this one 10s. That is awesome. Beautiful. Wish he was hitting a little better. But, you know, he's a rookie. Wow. And that looks so... Some of these cards look awesome in the black. And that's what I kind of do with SGC. Right now is basically how I'm kind of, my selection is which cards do I feel will look, for the most part. I mean, this one probably would look good in almost any slab. But for the most part, one of my decision criteria, and when I'm sending to SGC, is what I feel would look good in a Tux slab. And wow, does that pop, I think. So there we go. 10 on the Torkelson Sapphire Bowman Chrome. First Bowman rookie. Nice. All right, next up, Juan Soto. So here's a one. This one I'm really hoping 10s. This card I pulled also out of Bowman's Best. I believe this is Bowman's Best rookie. And let's see how we did here. Bam! Not a refractor, but we did 10 it. Nice. Definitely off to a good start here, folks. Definitely. Awesome. I wasn't sure. You know, sometimes it's hard to tell what will 10 until you kind of start being able to do some comparison. I can't say that I knew this one would 10. I thought it had a shot, obviously, and we got it. So, pretty sweet. All right. This card's interesting. I forgot I set this one in. I know this one's not going to 10. I know it's not, because we do have some whiteness in the back. But this is a very rare card. You don't see this card out there, and I've had this card basically since this year. I pulled it. So this is 1990. Can't read. It's freaking small. 96. So I've had this card for how many years is that? Almost, 25 years, 26 years. I've had this card. I've been able to keep it in pretty good shape, but there is some whiting. I mean, this came out of Pinnacle. These cards were not, they're not, there's definitely some white chipping on it. Probably looking at an 8.5 if I'm lucky here. I don't even think that we'll get a 9 on it. But it's a super rare Derek Jeter rookie. It's the Starburst Artist Proof. So I'm hoping. I'd be great if I get a 9 on it. I don't expect a 9. Maybe an 8.5. Maybe an 8. We'll see how we do. This is the only, by the way, the only blemish is right there on the card. Other than maybe centering that I could tell. But anyway, let's see how we did. Oh, we got a 9. All right, that's cool. Very happy with that. I wasn't sure because of some of that. You know, there's some minor. It's not bad. The corners are not horrible. It's just it's got a little white chipping there. Other than that, it's the only place either too about the whole card. It's just right there. So I think it's a fair grade. I didn't expect a 10 on it. You can see the front is gem. There's nothing wrong with the front at all. Even that one corner there on the back. Maybe there's a little white there, I guess. Maybe. Yeah, I guess there's a tad white there if you look really close. Okay, but otherwise, artist proof, as you can see if you look really close. So it's a Starburst artist proof. This is super rare. So I think a 9 is a very fair grade on this. And, you know, that's what I was hoping for. I was hoping for a 9 on this. Thinking potentially they could, you know, depending on how they were viewing that back upper top left corner, had a potential to get less than a 9. But otherwise, you know, I've really kept this card protected since I've had it for so many years. So I'm happy with this. If you're getting a 9 here, and you can see it's actually considered 1996 Starburst artist proof. This is rare. There's not many of these around. I know I just said that, but I figured it worth repeating. I'm excited. Actually, I think all these grades so far are very good. So I'm pleased. Did not expect a 10 on this one. So once again, SGC I think grades very fairly. Okay, this one I just recently picked up at a show. I sold a Bueller autograph earlier this year. I don't know. I don't think this is autographed. I think this is Rookie Refractor out of Bowman. It's just Bowman first. It looked pretty good. Let's take a look at the back here before I flip it over. You know, the back looks pretty solid. No chipping. You know, I don't know if I expected a 10 on this. I just thought it had a shot of at least a 9. And it's a refractor of one of the best pitchers in baseball right now. He's having another good season. Let's see how we did. Okay, we got a 9. Yep. So again, I looked it over and thought it was at least a 9, and that's what we got. So I'm not sure exactly. It's a refractor. I didn't see any print lines on it, but I didn't think this would 10. You hope it would, but this is one that doesn't surprise me that it didn't 10 out. But we'll take it. It's a nice card, and I got this at a show maybe a couple months ago. So there we go. All right, this card here, this is an interesting story. I picked this up from my brother-in-law. I was just going through some of his father's old collection, and there were some cards in there that I just thought, you know what, this is in pretty good shape. I bought it off him, and then I just decided by looking at it and kind of checking online, similar. It's an older card, 1975 here, Bobby Orr. Just to see what it could do. I thought it would at least be worth submitting. It's definitely not a 10. I think it's off center a little bit. And this is a tough, obviously a tough year to get 10s on. There's also was a little scratch on the front of the card. So I wasn't expecting a 10. In fact, with that scratch, depending on how much they took off for it, this card, if I flip it over, I wouldn't be surprised if I got like a 7 on it. I just don't know. The card's pretty good shape, other than a little scratch on the surface. So we'll see how hard they graded that scratch, and I'll point it out to you when we flip it over. So let's see. We got an 8.5. Okay, definitely fair. I think it's fair. They didn't kill me on the scratch. Now the scratch is kind of hard to see, but it almost looks like it's the seam of the pants. You see that right there? There's the scratch. I'm going to point out my finger. Right there. It runs kind of along the card. You can see it on the guy's knee there too. It's one single surface scratch on the entire card. Otherwise, you can see the surface of the card is mint. It's only got that one scratch. And the centering is actually pretty nice. So that's why I thought it was worth, sending in. And this is right where I thought the grade would probably be. I thought if they were really going to kill me on the scratch, because the scratch, you really have to kind of look close to see it. And it almost looks like it's like part of his pants. So it's almost like from an eye, the eye test, it almost looks like it could be part of his uniform, the way that it blends in there. But certainly, it definitely is a surface scratch. I noticed it. I knew it when I sent it in. And I thought that with the centering and otherwise the color and the eye appeal of this card is really, really in good condition, other than that one surface scratch that I just pointed out. So that's a fair grade. That's a very fair grade. Kind of right in line with where I thought it would be. So there you go. 1975 Bobby Orr. Okay. Mainly everything else, I believe, that I submitted, I was looking for 10s, or except for the exception of course, the Mahomes. That one 10s out. That'd be sweet. But I'm not expecting it. Okay, so here's some Shohei Ohtani. I believe these are Heritage. I sent some of these into HGA, and I did pretty well. I think I got 9 5s or 9s on them. These I didn't crack. I keep it those in the HGA slabs, but I bought several of these just before he took off last year. I just was buying them for maybe about $15 a pop here, and the price on these is pretty much doubled. But some of these I think are just look good enough to submit and try to get some 10s. So we'll see how we did on these. I believe these are Heritage rookies of Ohtani. So let's see how we did. Wow. Okay. Misfired on this one. I don't know what the issue is. I'll have to examine this one a little closer. This is one that's not going to didn't fall in my favor. Let's see if we can. I don't know if anybody. I'll just kind of look closer here. To me, the centering looks pretty good. Maybe a tad off, left to right. Maybe a tad. But otherwise, I mean, I'm kind of surprised this one got an 8.5. Maybe there's some on the surface that I missed. I don't know. Maybe you could tell me. This one surprised me because I am familiar with this card. So something happened on this one. So now it makes me wonder what the next one did, because these are the ones that I scoped out and I thought would get shots at 10. So something happened here. I'm not saying something happened with SGC here. I most likely missed something on this one, and I'll have to take a closer look. All right, same card. Let's see how we did on the second one. Hopefully better. Okay, 9.5. So, I think I have a pretty good eye on what I send in, and I don't know what the heck happened on that other one, but this is what I was expecting, either a 9.5 or 10. So I don't know. I don't know what I missed. I'm not sure, but something. If you guys can tell, let me know. So here's the 8.5. Here's the 9.5. All right. I'll look at it closer myself, but I missed something, clearly, because, mostly everything I've sent out. This particular rookie has always been 9.5 or higher, or basically 9.5 with HGA, and obviously with SGC, with the exception of this one. So I don't know. We'll have to look that one a little closer. All right, next. This is a Russell Wilson. I actually just sold the gold version of this card. This is this Bowman Chrome baseball rookie. At a recent show, I got it graded through. Actually, it's on the card I'm talking about is actually on my previous SGC video for my first time I submitted. You'll see the gold version of this card. I just sold that at a show a couple months ago, or last month, and that came back in 8.5. And I think it's it's a thicker card, so those are always harder to grade. And the gold version is thicker. The paper version of it. I think this is chrome. Pretty sure this is chrome version, and it's just a standard base. But we'll see how we did. It's his first Bowman rookie card from the Rockies. We got a 10. All right. I thought it was. We got it. So there we go. Excuse me. So here's a Bowman Chrome rookie of probably future Hall of Fame quarterback Russell Wilson. That's pretty damn sweet. Gotta like that. There we go. The tenner. Cool. Definitely thought I had a chance to 10. All right, last one for this pack. I actually have 2 of this card, so the other one's got to be obviously in the next stack. So I'll take this out of the wrapping here a little bit. So here's my first football card, right? Sean Taylor. This is his rookie Lucky 13. Gold medallion rather. Not Lucky 13. Gold medallion. Rookie of Sean Taylor. These cards with a rounded die cut might be tough to get 10s on. I mean, these, to me, there's no chipping. I mean, these cards, I thought, have a shot at 10s. I mean, maybe there's a slight little white right there. Freaking camera won't focus. Maybe it's, if you can maybe see even though it's blurry, there's maybe a fringe of white right there that might knock it down from a 10. But otherwise, you know, especially for the age of this card, this came out in 2004, so it's, you know, what, 18 years old. Obviously, this guy was destined for greatness when he was tragically killed. I have 2 of these, and the other's in the other stack. And they both looked at least 9s to me, 9 5s, maybe even to 10. As far as, but we'll see, because I've never graded this set before, so I'm not sure how SGC will do with me. Let's take a look. Okay, we got a 9. All right, like I said, I would imagine with the die cuts, they're harder to get 10s on, so it doesn't surprise me. But here's the front of the card. Got a 9 on it, gold medallion. There's maybe a little white at the corner. Very, very small hint of white there. Otherwise, the edges, corners, you know, again, when you're talking about the die cut round, you can see that there's no chipping or anything on that all the way down. So I thought maybe a little white there too. Maybe. Yeah, bottom left might have a little white. So again, SGC grades fairly. I'm not complaining. I thought these did a 9 or 10 on these, and we got a 9. So, and I do have another one, so we'll see if maybe the other one did a little better. So there's a Sean Taylor rookie gold medallion out of Fleer Ultra 2004. For any Commander fans out there. All right, second stack coming up. Let me just undo it. The rubber band's off. And we'll get right into it. Thanks for tuning in. Again, Rux Cards. And here we go, second stack. First card. This card I just bought. I think, unless it's I think it is the autograph version. So I bought this card on eBay, and it looked good when I got it. Good enough to grade. I don't know if I expect a 10 here. I don't know if I expected it, you know, to be gem out, but it looked good enough to grade. So this is Grayson Rodriguez Bowman, a draft rookie auto. So let's see how we did here. And we got a 10. That is awesome. Wow. Okay. Obviously happy with that. 10 on the auto, 10 on the card itself. That's awesome. This guy is, you know, baseball's #1 pitching prospect. I think he just kind of had a minor injury that might have set him back, because they were thinking about, there were some rumors that he might be called up this month, but he might have been set back a little bit with a very minor injury, I guess. I was just reading him the other day. But anyway, that's awesome. This was an eBay purchase from a month ago. And damn, got a 10 on it. That's awesome. This is what you hope for. And that's fantastic. That's going in the PC. Absolutely. Very, very, very pleased with that. All right, next. This card I pulled. I wasn't sure to get this graded or not. I mean, he's this guy's definitely shown some ability. He's like basically third on the depth chart for the Rams, but they play. You know, they just won a Super Bowl. It's a super rare rookie autograph. There's only 10 of these. This is the Gold Prism Van Jefferson. I pulled this card. As soon as I pulled it, I'm like, I gotta send this in. I thought maybe with the SGC again with the tuxedo would make this one really pop. With the mosaic, let's see if we got a 10 on this. You know, I definitely thought I had a chance at 10. Wow, what's the A5? They didn't like the autograph, I guess. Oh no, didn't like the card. All right. Well, I don't know what the problem with the card is. Maybe the centering. And again, it's tough to tell on the centering with this. I know for a fact that this card just went right from pack to top loader. So I don't know why it only got an A5 on it. I don't know. I mean, this is one of them. I'm curious of what the problem is. You can see there's 4 sharp corners on this thing. It's barely touched air from pack pull. I know it doesn't always mean something. My guess would be the centering's got to be off on this. Maybe top to bottom. I don't know. Or left. I don't know. So this one's puzzling. I definitely thought at least a 9.5 potential gem on this. So this is why you get them graded. I must have missed something. There can't be any surface scratches on it, unless it was a manufacturer defect. I don't see one. Maybe one of you can tell me out there if you've had one of these graded, what I'm missing. Because I wouldn't have sent this in if I knew it would come back an 8.5. So I missed something here. Definitely eye appeal wise is way better than 8.5, but I'm not sure what the problem is. Corners are sharp, no white chipping, nothing. You guys can see the back here. There's no chipping. Maybe there's a... Yeah, I don't even know if I'd consider that a white corner. It's so close. Maybe a very tad white in there. Nothing there. Up the sides, nothing. You can at least see with the naked eye, you know. These are just sharp. Nothing there in the blue either. I don't know. Not sure about this one. Anyway, it is what it is. We got an 8.5. Alright. That one I'm disappointed in. Never going to be pleased with all the grades. Alright, here's a Vlad rookie. This card I bought. I think I bought or traded for this. I can't even remember if it was either on show or eBay. I got this during his rookie season. So I've had it, and I kind of looked it over again. I'm like, this card looks centered to me. It looks like a 10. So I expect a 10, at least a 9.5 on this. Anything less, I think I'll have a little bit of disappointment here. It is autographed, so let's see how we did. Okay, we got a 9. Alright, well, not sure why I got a 9 on this, but I'm not, I guess I can't say I'm surprised. I'm not really familiar with this set. Maybe it's off center, maybe it's, I'm not sure. It looks pretty centered to me. So we got a 9 on this. The autograph got a 10. Let me know your thoughts on this one. If you see something that maybe I'm not. But we got a 9. Alright, so there we go. Looks nice in that in the tux though. Alright, so Byron Buxton. This is a card that I did on eBay. This is his platinum green, I believe, rookie autograph. Bought it on eBay. It looked good. Looked good enough to give it a shot. See if we get a 10 on it. Let's see. Oh, 8.5. Man. All right. So I don't know if we got a second different grader in this stack than the other stack, but not doing as well on this stack. Another 8.5. Now, I don't know. Man, these white marks are on the case. So where this one got knocked, again, it could be centering, but otherwise, I mean, the surface, there's no scratches on this thing. No white, no, 4 sharp corners. Maybe centering's off. The back, you don't see, there's no white on the back. If there was, I wouldn't have sent it in. So I don't know. This one's kind of puzzling grade also. It's got some really nice eye appeal and it looks sharp in this holder, but only an 8.5. That's disappointing. I mean, to me, I don't know how this card could be less than a 9 minimum. But it is what it is. All right, this card. I'm a huge Syracuse fan, and Carmelo Anthony. I probably only have like a handful of basketball cards in my entire collection. Like I said, there could be some surprise in here. I forgot I sent my Carmelo Anthony autograph. So this is Carmelo's Sign of the Futures, Sign of the Future autograph out of Bowman from 2003. One time I had like 4 or 5 of these that I was buying that year. I've sold most of them many years ago. So I decided to keep one, and this is the only one I've kept. So we'll see how we did on it. Okay, we got a 9. Now, I don't see any issues with this one either. Although maybe the top right corner. Maybe there's a little white there. It's hard to tell with the focus. There might be a hint of white up in the upper right. But the auto got a 10. Card is in really good shape here. No white or any white on the back. So got a 9 on the Carmelo. This is a PC item anyway. I don't really care so much about the grade, honestly. This card I've held on to it for a reason. He brought the first championship to Syracuse, and obviously had a very good professional career. So there we go. And I obviously preferred him in a Syracuse uniform, which is why I bought it. I bought it, several back then. All right. So anyway, enough about that one. Continuing it on. Here's the Torkelson autograph. Okay, so we got a 10 earlier on the Bowman Sapphire. This card I pulled also. Let's see if we can keep the 10s rolling. It went right to, it's a refractor auto, so not only is it an autograph, but it's a refractor auto, as you can see there. So that's cool for the #1 draft pick. And let's see if we can 10 it. Bam! We did. Awesome. So the Torkelsons, man, 2 for 2 on 10s. The Sapphire I showed you earlier, and now the Bowman's Best refractor on card auto of Torkelson. So obviously I'm hoping this guy ends up having a pretty damn good career, because these cards were going to be doing pretty damn well. Nice. Very nice. Again, I pulled this card, pulled the other one too. Barely touched the air as soon as I pulled it. Knew I was going to be grading it. And there we go. There we go. Very nice. All right. This card here is the Jeter and Nomar mirror images on the other side of this. This is an atomic refractor. I did not do well with HGA. I think it was HGA. No, it might have been actually SGC. I forget now. I sent in the best cuts of Jeter, and I can't remember if it was HGA or SGC now who did it. It would be on one of these videos, I believe. It could be. Anyway, I looked this one over, and what I think I missed on the other one was, because I actually looked really close on this one, and there was actually some, because it's such an old card. These are. Sorry about that. My phone's going off. I'm going to ignore it for now. These cards are, let's see, what, 1997. All right, so they're 1997. Sorry about that. And what I noticed was when I looked closer, there was actually, because I've had them in storage for so long, They were in the top loaders, but in storage, that there was a small, like, you have to look really close, but there was like just a little bit of like a film, like just a musty. It's hard to describe, but because you're sort of like a chromish card, there was just some kind of like film, like just some, I don't know, it's hard to describe. You could just tell. All right, when I started cleaning it, it was a significant difference in brightness. So there was a little glaze of something that over the years accumulated on the card. So I definitely cleaned this one up a bit. I might even, I definitely cleaned this one up, and I'll probably crack the other one if this. And I was using this as a test, because if I get a 10 on this, I will go back and crack the other one and resubmit after doing a little cleaning on it, because it just over time, this surface just started building, getting something on it, something moisture that just ended up leaving a film residue. So we'll see how I did. If it's the same grade, then really didn't make much difference. Let's see. Okay, yeah, same again. I don't know what it is with this card, with these cards, because to me, I only got an 8 on it. The other one was like a 8.5 or something. So I don't know what it is that I'm missing here. This card is so damn sharp, and like I said, as far as like the corners, right? There's no white on these at all. This is 1997 cards. Think about that, right? So surface-wise, you got the atomic refractor. I've had this card forever. I don't see any surface scratches on it. All right, so I'm kind of curious about this grade as well. Maybe they're just hard to grade. I mean, I have to just search for this particular card and see if there's any 10s out there, and then just compare, because maybe the centering's off, although the centering looks pretty centered to me on this one, but I don't know. It's been my experience now with 2 of these that I've sent in from this set, that these are tough. These are tough to get high grades on. So either way, eye appeal wise, is there a sharper card than this? I mean, it's sharp. We got Jeter on there, Nomar, who was has some pretty good years in Boston. I've had this card forever as a Yankee fan, and I don't know. There's something about this set that's very difficult to get high grades on. Has been my experience. Let me know if you've had more success or have an idea as to why these are tough to grade. Anyway, 8 on that. I have to say that's disappointing. To get an 8. I mean, that's not good at all. Okay, I definitely started getting into Julio this year. He's obviously playing very well. I guess he's probably going to be Rookie of the Year. This is an eBay purchase where I bought his. Oh no, this may be. I'm not sure what I sent in. If I sent his autograph in. But I also had, out of only like 5 or 25, his Bowman's Best Red Wave. That could be this card. Either way, hoping we 10 it. So let's see how we did. Oh, yes. Yes! It's out of 10, not 5. Wow. Okay, this is awesome. This is what I was hoping for. You can see. I can get the damn thing to focus. Come on now. Well, hopefully you can make it out. That's a 10 there. Come on. You see that? Okay, maybe it's better now. You see that's a 10? 9 of 10? This is beautiful. And it could look sharp in that tux. So here's a Julio Rodriguez red refractor of only 10. And we get a 10. That is awesome. Very pleased with that card. That's the PC for sure. Nice. So, got some disappointments in here, and we got some really, really good gems that are coming out. This one here, I kind of was on the fence whether to get it graded. I really just got it graded because it's not a huge card. It's Babe Ruth, so it's a sharp-looking Babe Ruth. You're probably familiar with the Unleashed set out of Donruss. optic, which was very popular. This is numbered out of only 25, so it's rare. It's green. It's the emerald green version. I thought it could 10. I've never graded any of the other cards or in the set, so I don't know if it'll 10. But either way, I thought it was at least a 9 to get graded, and I thought it looked sharp in the SGC. So let's see how we did. And we did get a 10. That is awesome. So there we go, and you can see it's only 25. Right below the line there on the left, 7 out of 25. Yeah, that green looks sharp in the tux. So there we go. We did get a 10 there. Nice, back-to-back 10s. We're back on a roll. Nice. All right, back to Derek Jeter. So some of these cards, not that one so much, but this one here, and the other Jeter I showed you that didn't do so well, and plus is the artist proof that I showed you earlier, I've had for, almost 30 years. This one here is 1996. This is the Stairmaster. This has been in my PC forever. Trying to remember if I pulled this card or I bought it. I don't remember, because obviously we're going back a ways. But it's always been one of my favorite looking cards, and it's a young Jeter. It's not considered a rookie, but it's a young Jeter 1996 season. It's numbered, serial numbered, out of 25. This was out of Leaf Preferred, I believe so. It's just a cool looking card. Only 2,500 of these, so it's not super rare, but you don't see a lot of these around. So I think a lot of Yankee fans just are holding on to them like I was for so many years. You don't see many of these for sale too often. Let's see how we did. A 4? What? What? I'm speechless. I don't know what's going on here. Why is this a 4? I mean, those sort of scratchy things, that's on the case. If you see that kind of scratchiness on the light there, on the helmet, that's on the case. I mean, why is this a 4? If there's a candidate in all of these cards for a crack out, this is one. Maybe, I'm wondering because the surface of this card, maybe there's some, because it's so old, this could be another card that maybe he's got something on the surface that just needs to be cleaned. But I did wipe this down before I sent it in. So I am shocked, absolutely shocked at this one. How is this a 4? How's this a 4? I mean, this card's not beaten up. I don't know what happened here. I'll have to check to see other ones that have been graded, because this was out of Leaf Preferred. That's what the LP is. What happened here? Anybody? I'd really be interested in feedback on this one. How is this a 4? I don't know. I'm really... Okay, the next is the Mahomes. So this is what I'm going to save and see how we did. That's going to push that aside for now. That'll be the last one. All right, here's the Aaron Rodgers I mentioned earlier. By the way, thanks for sticking with me. I'm going to be probably an hour long here, if not a little bit longer. This one I've had on my PC. I did pull this card. It looks perfectly centered to me. It's been protected in a screw down for a long time. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to send it in. See how we do here. So Aaron Rodgers, Topps rookie. 9. I really thought this was a 10. So I'm disappointed here. Yeah, I'm usually not too disappointed in 9s. But this one I am. Because this card looks like a 10 to me. I don't know. Maybe it's a little off center. Maybe. Right to left. Look at it a little closer. Right to left, maybe a tad off. Otherwise, 4 sharp corners. You know, back's even centered, which is sometimes hard to do. 4 sharp corners. A little disappointed in this one. I thought this one had a shot out of 10. So, I don't know. Didn't get it. Maybe the centering. I mean, now I look at the centering a little closer. Sometimes you could, on first look, you think it's centered, but now looking at this, you know, when it gets into, I guess, the slab kind of helps you to look at it. I think it's a little off right to left. Yeah, and that I see. So, but would I knock it all the way down to a 9 for that? I don't know. They did. Okay. At least not a 4. All right, another Otani. This is, these cards I've been sending a lot. I think this might be the, yeah, this is the, I've had a lot of these graded. This is the Freshman Flash. I had HGA grade a few of these. I got 9.5s on them. I don't think I've got a 10 on any yet. Maybe 1. Maybe I did get a 10 on one. This is the Finest. I think it's Finest Flash. I think it's out of Finest, not Bowman's Best. Or Chrome, rather. I don't have any of them right. I believe this out of Topps Chrome. And let's see if we got a 10. I'm definitely looking for 10s on these. I'm very familiar with this card. Would not have sent it in if I didn't think it had a shot at a 10. Let's see how we did. There we got it. Okay. Yeah, I some of these cards I know. You know, if they'll 10 or not, and this one did. I thought it would. Like, I'm familiar with this card as far as the centering and all that. So this one, like I said, it met my expectations. Like I said, really, when I'm thinking about this one and kind of complaining and get higher than a 9, I'm not nearly as familiar with this card or set as I am this one. So this one I was much more confident when I sent it in to get a 10 than this one, if you follow me there. So yeah, that's what I was hoping for in that one. All right, this card I've had forever too. So when we're looking at, this is not going to 10. I'll tell you that right now. I know, no, it's not. It's off center. Looking for a 9 or better on this one. It's from 2000. This is actually Tom Brady's rookie year. It'd be nice if this was a Brady Bowman Chrome refractor. This is a refractor, as you can see there, of the Hall of Famer Brian Urlacher. I've had this. I pulled this card way back when, now 22 years ago. Had it ever since. Tried to sell it. I've had it on my table. It shows. Didn't pull it off. This is back when he was playing in his early days. When I first pulled this card, I had it out there, and nobody bought it from me. So then I pulled it, and I actually got out of doing the shows for a long time, so I just kept it in my personal collection. And you know, figured I'd send it in. Looking for only a 9 or better on this one. I know it's not going to 10, again, because it's off center, but let's see how we did. Ooh. I think the age of the card, and again, it's Bowman Chrome. It seems to be like the cards like the Atomic that graded really low. The 4 is an anomaly, but the ones again I'm getting 8s on and 7s that have this, the older Chrome stuff. I think because of the because they were in storage for so long, I think, and I never graded them, that there was some film or something on here that I just can't, that I'm missing. Because otherwise, I mean, this card looks freaking awesome. I don't, when you look at this card, I don't see a 7 whatsoever. But there's probably something that accumulated on it over the years in storage that I'm missing. I mean, this has got 4 sharp corners on it also. I mean, and these are tough, you know, because they get the white chipping. But there's none on this one at all. I've kept this card in good shape, other than maybe some buildup, just because of moisture or whatever. that might be impacting the grade. Something is. You look at the back of the card, there's no white shipping at all, and you got the black borders on this thing. So, huge disappointment. Again, I wasn't expecting a 10, but why this got anything less than a 9? You know, the centering's off, but not terribly off. It's a little bit right to left. Top to bottom is maybe a little bit off also. Maybe it's a little top to bottom. But to get a 7 on this, I don't agree with, but I'm probably missing something. I'm not trying to say SGC got it wrong, so don't misread me here. I more or less, it's got to be something contributing to this grade. Eye appeal wise though, I mean, someone's gonna get a bargain on this card, because to me this is a 9, and I'm not gonna be able to sell it at a 9 price for sure. So that's a bummer. That's a bummer. All right, the last submission that I did, you have to go back a couple of videos for SGC, the first one. I got a 10 on this card. I think it might have been the refractor version. This one I don't think it's a refractor. But I got just as normal base out of, I think this is Topps Chrome. And I looked it over. I compared it to the one that 10'd, that was a refractor. It looked pretty close to it. So I'm expecting no less than a 9 minimum, 9.5 maybe. And hoping, obviously, this one gets a 10. So let's see. We got a 10. Okay. Yeah, I'm starting to get myself really familiar with this set too, as far as what should 10. And right now, I'll say I'm 1 for 1, not 2 for 2, because the first one, you know, I sent in that was a refractor, got a 10, which gave me a baseline to kind of know what to look for. So there we go. We got a 10 on the Vlad Topps Chrome rookie. That is awesome. Okay. Oh, I got the rubber band is still here. It's like the card would not come up. All right, so here we have, I believe this is a Bowman Chrome. You saw the Torkelson earlier, Bowman Sapphire. This might be Topps. I'm not sure if it's Topps or Bowman, but either way, this is Bo Bichette's Sapphire rookie card. Looking for a 10 on it. Barely touched air. Went right from pack to case. So let's see if we got a 10 on the Bo Bichette. Oh, 9.5. Got close. Got close. As close as you can get. So, that's fine. Definitely what I was expecting. You know, you always hope for the 10, but 9.5 makes sense. Makes sense. So there we go. 9.5 in the Bo Bichette Sapphire update rookie. Alright, this card I don't expect to get a 10. In fact, the next two I don't. Personal story behind this card. Now, I had this card for the longest time. Was this 2004? And at one of my shows, I only had one copy of this card, and I sold it to a guy for dirt cheap. And my card that I had was freaking mint, and I should have sent it in to get graded. Didn't think about it, you know. Just never crossed my mind to do it. But after I sold it, or as I was selling it, I'm like, damn, it's such a sharp looking card. And it's a young Brady, 2004, and it's serial numbered only to 1,000. So it's just, it's in it. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. Anyway, I sold the card for, basically gave it away, and regretted it ever since. Like, that moment I almost wanted to pull it back as I was selling it, to get it graded. So ever since I've done that, and I'm actually trying to get the card back because I know the guy that I sold it to. It's actually his son that has it now. But the card is just a beautiful, relatively rare. There's only 1,000. Young Brady. And here's just the back of this one, right? Doesn't it look, even the back looks nice. So what I've been trying to do with very limited success, I've probably bought about almost 10 of these by now since I sold my copy on eBay. Trying to get an eBay card that I think is worth sending in to get graded. Most of them that I've gotten in are